This is going to be a huge cluster. Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Huge airstrikes. Very nice. Big attack on the right-hand side there. Yeah, my leopards, they're wiped. Okay. Hello guys, and welcome to a new Regiments video today by me, Vulcan. In this one, I'm going to be continuing with Phase 9 of my Ember Valor warpath. We have 626 operational authority to work with in this one, due to our last battle going incredibly well. It was a really intense fight, and definitely worth checking out if you missed it. But today, it looks like we're going to be moving on to the defense against the East Germans. We could go for recon in force, but we haven't played defense in a little while, so I think I'm going to opt for that. Let's check out operation log, because I believe we have missed a couple of messages here. We have our stage reports, and there was a Phase 8 message, built to last. Given how many things went off the rails, the reader might think that the reserve and mobilization systems wouldn't be an exception. Yet, aside from political issues in the Netherlands and Belgium, they proved remarkably resilient. From an outsider's perspective, the mass movement of men and military hardware might seem like pure chaos bordering on insanity. But the numbers tell a different story. Now brought up to their full wartime strength, the reserve and cadre battalions swiftly filled the gaps in the battered lines of the armies that had survived June. Despite significant logistical challenges, just 6 days of the ceasefire were enough to restore more than 2/3 of formations to combat effective strength. However, cohesion left much to be desired. The lack of collective training meant that many units would be depleted again in mere days. A shortage of experienced units meant that fire brigading them became the norm. They were casually detached from the parent formations and thrown into the crisis points time and time again, each unit carving its own warpath. Alright, so 626 operational authority. We definitely want to restore some of our leopards here, but I'm thinking of upgrading the Voodoo task force so that we grab the AH-1Fs, and then it's another 140 and we get more Apaches. I think that's probably a good idea, so we're going to go for that. It's going to give us way more fire support units to work with as well. We're going to restore our Apaches in the main unit. That's going to leave us with 190 operational authority. I definitely want more deployment points, so that's going to leave us with 115. So I think bringing up this Leopard 1V unit to scratch would be a good idea. I don't think I need to bring the man pads up. The supply is fine, we only lost like 1 unit from each of those. These leopards could potentially use a restoration, but I'm also considering just, again, going for more deployment points. I think that's going to be the best bet. And then we'll just add the rest of points into the M2A2 infantry. These are going to be fantastic on the defense, so really important. Having plenty of deployment points to cover all of the different areas is going to be really important as well. I could have also maybe gone for engineer support due to it being defense, but I think we'll be okay. Let's go to events and see what new events we have. So there's 2 uneventful. One is aerial tactical aids are 50% cheaper. Could be really good on the defense because their AA is always going to be like behind them. Or 2 platoons cannot be deployed. We'll go for air superiority because we're very close to victory, and if I can just push this over the victory, then we can play a little bit more casually in the upcoming battles. There's 2 phases left, so we got this phase and then the next phase. Alright, let's do it. So Ember Valor, Phase 9, Stage 6 at midnight. Interesting. So it's at night, which means that we are going to have access to artillery illumination, and I guess also we'll be taking advantage of our optics. So defensively, it looks like the enemies are going to be just coming in straight ahead of us. There's only really 2 points of attack, and since these are two very close together, I can likely use this tree line to hold the line, although I do have good buildings here that would also do the same. So we actually have a really solid defensive position here, and we get 15 points per phase for India, 20 for Kilo, 15 for Lima, 15 for Mike. So Mike's all the way back here, India's there, Kilo's there, and Lima's over on the left. So, this left point at Echo is super important. These, not so much, unless we really want that operational authority, which I don't think we need as much of. It really depends how much we lose this battle. Really like the fact that we have 2 sets of Apaches. That's going to be pretty huge, actually. So let's go ahead and bring in the Airborne. The Airborne, I'm actually going to have them dig in over here. We're just going to let them unload basically immediately, and they can hold this tree line. Over on the left-hand side here, we're going to grab the Leopard 2NLs, and I'm going to pop them into one of these positions. I think we'll just have them on the head-on, something like so. Let me just select those and make sure they're in the right position. Perfect, that should be fine. Then we're going to want the M2 A2s in a good position as well. I want to have them in here. They should be able to dig in by themselves. If I select them and have them kind of drive over to the left and set up facing up the road, that would be a good idea. Okay, so that's those two set up. On this right hand side, yeah, we have the Airborne here. I'm going to support them with some Leopards. The line of sight is being broken up quite a lot by these hedgerows, so I'm not sure how effective these are going to be at helping defend that. It might be worth having the Airborne further back here. I might go for that instead, with a bit more further back. Let's just move those over here. Okay, and then we're going to have probably some Leopards. We'll pop them in here, and I'll just have them facing like so. At close range, it's going to be a little bit dodgy. But what I can do is have my M13 fire support sort of dug in like so. Then they'll kind of deal with any infantry that comes through the tree line, but also be able to fire off to the left. That seems like a good idea. We do have 500 points remaining. I'm just thinking maybe I should have increased the amount of recon forces that I had, because just having one set at the BA-105s means they might get air intercepted, which would be pretty bad. But I'm just going to place the Leopard recon behind the Leopard 2s to help them out. And then on this right hand side, I was thinking of using the BA-105s, but honestly I'm probably just going to put down more infantry. I might just have infantry that kind of casually sit on the backside of this tree line, and they can always retreat if they have to. We'll move a Pratt back here, just have them ready and waiting to shoot further down that road. That's going to leave us with 250 points. We don't have any AA in position. I'll grab the man pads. I'm going to put them here, I think. All right. We'll get the Apache to hang about further back in the middle. Let's go. Alrighty. So our Leopards ready and waiting on the front here. We've got the recon Leopards hidden behind amongst these buildings. And then the infantry currently dug in here. We actually want them to move over this side and dig in there instead. We'll just let them get back inside. As they get close, we can unload them from the back. I really like how the squads unload in regiments. Really cool. And they'll dig in again there, hopefully. So what I'm going to do, if we see helicopters, we'll use the air patrol. And then I'm probably going to move my own aircraft, my own helicopters to where the air patrol is. Because that way my air patrol will defend against enemy fighters as well. Although since we're quite far forwards, I'm not sure where our aircraft would come in from, but if they come in from all the way on the back here, that's not going to be ideal. Let's just artillery illuminate here, in case there's anything coming up, but we just haven't seen it yet. Make sure those leopards start firing away. Nothing so far. It's very ominous when you get to like over a minute in the mission and there hasn't been any enemy forces yet. Usually it means they're going to come in pretty thick waves. We've got the incoming opening artillery barrages. Manpads. Bradley is firing away. Here they come. Alright. Apache, you're needed over here. That infantry, it's nicely dug in, but is being flanked. The leopards are having a bad time too. Yeah, those are going to have to leave. Let's go ahead for the cluster bombs. And we'll get an A-10 on the right. Oh, those need to land. I didn't get them out. This is going to be a huge cluster. Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Huge airstrikes. Very nice. Big attack on the right-hand side there. Yeah, my leopards, they're wiped. Okay, let's bring up some new leopards. My AH-64s are basically out of ammo already. We can kind of move them into range to get their guns on target. That will kill off the BTR-60s. Now we do want to make good use of our airstrikes throughout this game because we do have reduced cost on those. Oh, here we go. So yeah, now we're going to do something like this. Get the F-16 air patrol in. We'll let those leave. Should be fine since we have like replacements. I have the other Apaches ready to go. See, these haven't dug in yet, so that's a little bit of a problem. Actually quite a big problem. And they're not technically in cover either. Yeah, those are going to get overwhelmed. Let's pull them back. I didn't expect them to be like coming in from this direction to the left. So that's a bit of a bad position for those to be in. We'll get my Apaches over here ASAP. Did all my airborne die? Oh, that's really bad. If that's the case. The big question at the moment is it worth me bringing across my units from the left to help defend the right? Or after this attack, are they then going to attack the left anyway? Oh, this is 3 helicopters in this formation. That's wild. I will let the interception happen there. Very nice, very nice. I might just go for the second Apache here. And then we'll have some infantry come up to resecure this. The Apaches are going to carry me to victory once again. Well, the Leopards are still doing a good job here. I mean, the Leopards that were defending on this position, I let them take maybe too many losses, but they did a really, really good job. This should be 3 kills on the BMPs. Nice. Really, really good. Huge. How is this being kept? Interesting. I'm going to bring up some supply. Need supply to get more ammo onto these Apaches. Looks like they're kind of falling back. So my infantry should be just in time. Oh, that is an enemy Shoka or something in the tree line there. Not going to bother recapping this just yet. I am going to pop down some artillery illumination over here though. We'll let one of my infantry squads just recap Foxtrot. Gonna bring in some manpads just to sit on the backside. And we'll just let this sit there and we'll just fly the Apaches back so they can get rearmed. That Apache unit already ranked up. Let's see where the next attack occurs. I mean, 11 minutes 30 seconds left on the phase. I think we held out pretty well against the amount of forces that came through there. It's just a shame that the airborne died completely, because if they don't die completely, we basically get them all back. So I am now a lot more concerned about operational authority than I was before, because I'm going to have to replace them. But our fire support units are moving back into position. As if M113 is... I could have swore like the unit on the right had autocannons before. Maybe it was just because I was hearing the Bradleys firing. But we shall... going to take up position. Next to the Leopards. And this unit can just help cap. We'll put some Leopards further back up on the hill there. Right, these Apaches are ready. The manpads are coming up. We'll just leave them here for the time being. Really cool to see the grenade launchers and such there.
Zone captured.
They don't really have like long range engagement tools, do they? So they've got also grenade launchers at 2,000 meters. Machine gunner can engage at 1,200, and the M72 can engage 800. So I think we just bring them back in here at short range. That Leopard on the front side though is in a bit of a rough spot. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, when things go quiet, you got to prepare for the next big wave. And that's what I feel like is coming, maybe on the left this time. I'm going to save my artillery illumination to actually see the forces. Because if we illuminate the forces correctly, then we get like a accuracy bonus, basically. Yeah, so here we go. Now we can see that they're on the left, but those tanks are not going to last at all. They are getting pasted by our Leopards. More tanks coming in from the hill. Really cool watching them push in. But the Leopard 2's just too good. Forcing those East Germans back. Nicely done. Right, let's get my supply, start traveling over to the left. I may be forced to reposition the Leopards here. I don't really want to. But if I can get eyes on whatever's ahead of us here, I could hit them with airstrikes, because it's unlikely they're going to be like completely defended. Oh, they've actually come in all the way behind us. Oh, I think what's happened is they've attacked from behind. They've come from this objective and attacked this objective. Time for the Apaches to come across and save the day. Yeah, and we're also being attacked from this direction, so that's really causing issues. Let's get Cluster to come in. Need those Bradleys to be facing the right way. Here we go, F-16 time. Oh, they're being suppressed. Will the second one get through? It did. Nice damage. Very nice. Those are elite T-55s. Let's get artillery illumination like so. These Leopards, I'm actually just going to have leave. The two NLs, they kind of need to be there, but yeah, those M2A2 infantry, they can fall back now. We'll just let them all fall back, that's fine. We'll just let the Apaches come in and rip them to pieces. And we'll just reinforce this left side. Let's not try to lose too much. Five Apaches just ruining these Germans. What we like to see. Ooh. Speaking of being ruined, this left side under attack again.
Remaining.
Well, we've got 15 seconds on the M2A2 infantry. The Leopard 2NLs, looks like we're already down on numbers there quite substantially. But that YPR infantry actually holding very well. As soon as they have to break from their position, though, they will suffer. So I need to get these Apaches over ASAP. Yeah, they're going to start taking big losses now. Oh, well. They held valiantly. Leopard 2 and L can come over here. We'll grab the M2A2 infantry. We'll grab the recon again. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. There's air defense high just because there's like one AA unit there. But if I can just kill it by overwhelming it, it should be fine. Doesn't look like that worked out too well for us. Wow, they actually did very well there. Those T-72s just riding in. They're going hard. Oh, the supply's in trouble. Got that last minute attack there. Really bad. We need to just get to Echo and stop them capping India. We're currently holding them at Foxtrot just. I think I'm going to do something like this with the air patrol.
Zone lost.
So many units. So many units. Alright, we'll let them leave. Oh no, one of them actually got shut down. That's really bad. Yeah, we'll cap back Echo nicely. On the right, we're holding Foxtrot just. Those Apaches can come back in. I don't really have much to push back with. We took a lot of losses. But we have held Echo at least. So that's good. Juliet, bit of a pain because it is opening up Kilo. But if this is going to move on to the next phase, we have a good chance here to just annihilate all of these forces that will be left over.
1 minute
And take that
remaining.
back. Well, Foxtrot might actually be lost in the last second here. Do these have AT? They have an M72 Law, but that is not enough for what they're up against there. Wow. Oh, now we got
Zone
aircraft
lost.
coming in as well. Well, the M2A2 is actually doing a really good job. Yeah, this Apache trying to do their best. But looks like that will be it. So many tanks, look at it. It's crazy. All right, well, that is all of the victory points held at least. There are so many enemies coming our way. The Apaches just so good. The Bradley is actually really good as well. Unfortunately, the Leopard 1s, some of them did okay, and the Leopard 2s did alright on the left, but yeah, the Dutch infantry kind of letting us down. Let's go next phase. We have hit the victory condition, so that's really good to see. I believe this is the last phase, so we have 136 operational authority. That is nowhere near as much as I thought I would get. Wow. Okay. Maybe it'd be worth putting some points into like engineer support. 50 points for 15. Like the M2A2 infantry is still absolutely fine. I definitely want to restore the airborne. Those units are fine. The Leopard 2NLs, kind of crucial. That will give me 2 goes with those. I don't need to replenish the Apaches, so that's good. Yeah, big trouble we have is there's not really enough Leopard 1Vs left. So maybe I should be bolstering those two, or that one and that one, the ones that actually have some leadership left. And we're definitely going to have to like swing backwards and forwards for the defense. I think that's something we definitely have to do. Yeah, we'll put the points into these, and I'll restore 4 units of infantry there. Okay. Moving on to the final defense. 2 events. We'll keep it uneventful. Let's go to battle. I was crouching quite a lot on the aircraft, so them not being 50% cheaper now is pretty rough. This is Ember Valor, Phase 10, Stage 6 at 6 AM. Alrighty, so we're going to be starting in a position where, well, hotel's actually been decapped. Interesting. Left side's looking okay. We actually got reinforced here, so that's nice to see. We're going to just adjust these slightly. Let's see. Keep the leopards just in front. That's fine. Okay, cool. Over on the right-hand side here, the Apaches. I mean, we know that there's enemies like right in front of us here, so we'll just get ready to obliterate them. And I'm thinking my airborne forces would be pretty good up here, so we'll just tell them to drop out immediately. Then we'll have probably... sometimes these do really well and sometimes they don't. But I'm going to do 2 sets of Leopard 1Vs. I don't have 2 sets of Leopard 1Vs. Okay. What else could we do? I mean, I could do mortars. Let's do some mortars. And that will do nicely. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to shift these over to the right, I think. Because we know there's enemies right here. So many enemy forces. Actually wild. Look at them all. Yeah, so we'll come over like so. We'll have the infantry load up here while that artillery comes in. So what are these? Is that just the reserve units? I think it is. the remainder of those units coming in very hard and fast. Alright, the leopards can leave because they're being flanked, but my 1Vs can get into cover. I think we have cleaned up a lot of this stuff. Alright, let's let those leave. We're going to have to bring in like maybe some Prats and the leopards. Depends how long those take to rearm. But the airborne up here are doing an okay job. Looks like my infantry on the right got absolutely pasted. I think it's going to be a matter of falling back. I want to hit these T-55s here with the mortars. And we're going to wait for the Apaches. Alright, those can run. They gotta run. Let's not lose my airborne forces again. I will let those mortars leave as well. Okay, so India's fine for now. It's more the concentrated attack on Kilo that's the problem. So let's make sure we move over. Shouldn't really hold back here. This right hand side really needs a hand. We're going to zoom up here and then take up position on top of this hill. Hopefully that gives the leopards a really good line of sight onto the enemy. Right, we'll do artillery elimination. We want our own air patrol. Yeah, hopefully we stop that. Good. Keep my helicopters covered, please. Whilst the 2NLs get in position. Honestly, might even have to like play a bit more cautiously with the leopards here. Those F-16s saving our bacon nicely. They'll be on the same limitations as us, so I think that's all 4 planes of theirs used up.
Zone lost.
Oh, they're even attacking the left at the same time. Not good. Let those leave. Let's bring an airborne to the church. The M2A2 infantry, they have to leave. They can't stay there. No way. And hopefully I can land them in here without them being killed. Alright, we'll try and push up on this hill to keep pressure on Kilo. Let's just bring these in, make sure those land.
Zone lost.
And then run them into cover. Keep running, men. Keep running. You'll get support.
Zone lost.
Alright, our front line just completely collapsed. We'll bring up the Bradleys over to the left again. But the airborne there, I don't think are going to hold too much longer. And take another unit with us, but those are going to have to retreat. Okay, good. Oh, we made them fall back. Good position for the leopards up here. Like, finding the right spots to put my units is the biggest thing. So they can dig in.
What's next? Solid copy.
I think whenever they run out of Hellfires, I should maybe think about telling them to leave again.
Ready.
Although their cannons are still really strong. I only have one airborne squad left. They took a lot of losses.
Hold on a moment longer. Orders. Got it. Pushing out.
There's so many enemy forces, it's ridiculous. The poor Bradleys there got annihilated. A great flank coming in from the Leopard 2NLs up on this hill. But this is just so tough. Like, even with the Apaches getting so many kills, there's an unbelievable amount of forces left. They're still coming.
Ready. Copy. Pulling back. Duidelijk. Meerdere doelen in het gebied.
Zone lost.
We can't lose this one, otherwise that's like total domination for the enemy.
What's next?
We'll still win the campaign, but be a rather poor performance to end on such a loss. But it is just a ridiculous amount of enemy forces. Look how much damage this Apache's doing. It's incredible how much we have to do just in order to survive. It's like playing tower defense. It's not like a complete ongoing wave of forces.
Over. Luid en duidelijk.
And there's a chance here that we just like capture back Mike, capture back Kilo like immediately after.
Wilco, out. Orders.
They are still coming. We'll bring up the M2A2 infantry on this side. I think I just gotta kind of concentrate on one side, and I probably should have done that from the start.
Onder vuur, geef advies.
Zone captured.
Rookgordijn, naar achter. Voertuig verloren, geen overleving. Begrepen, wegduwen. Running out of ammo.
We'll do our best to take back as much as we can on the right. Because that is not happening on the left. There is so much stuff. Actually crazy.
Gesnapt, we rukken op. Luisteren. Ammo black, please advise.
Alright, let's let the Apaches leave now. So they can replenish in time. Oh, them flying over them is not a good idea though.
Wat nu?
Zone captured. Zone lost.
We're gonna go straight to Juliet, I think. I could have the leopards actually just come up here and flank.
What's next?
We'll have these hold back here.
Het is een slachting. Haal ons hier weg. Roger, will do. Klaar.
Alright, the Bradleys will get a lot of job done. There is so many wrecks. Look at this. So much. Take it out. It's ridiculous.
Ordonnantie onderweg. Orders. Laten we hier weggaan.
I'm just trying to think what I want to put here,
Zone
because this is just ridiculous.
Roger.
I'll move over to Foxtrot. If we lose Mike, we'd get cut off entirely here, so we've got to be kind of careful.
En duidelijk.
I think we go capture Golf. All of the units that are on the left as well will be coming over to the right now. Alright, those leopards can keep going.
Wegduwen.
What have I even got to work with? Leopard 2s, supply. Although my supply is kind of used up.
Orders. Caseback nodig. Nu. Roger, will do.
I'm going to put them up on there and we'll have a supply
Nodig.
sit behind. Golf is ours. Which means Mike is safe. We'll hold on to Kilo as well. Oh, the leopards got destroyed. I didn't even see that. Oh no. Oh no. We'll probably have some infantry sit in here.
Roger uit.
Although they can't capture Mike as soon as we capture Golf, so that's going to work out okay.
Visual on the enemy. Luisteren.
Zone captured.
Under attack, please advise.
Good. Oh, there's actually artillery coming in onto Mike, but that's alright.
Bevestigend. Over.
Make sure my recon stays with my Apaches.
Bevelen.
Right, we'll let them dig in the town here. The 2NLs probably want to fall back. There's no need for them to be in Gulf. Maybe we could take India as well. I'm curious if maybe I could get the airborne in on their own to just go capture India behind their forces. We'll try it. We sort of just go like this, and then unload them there, and then we kind of can run to Echo maybe, decap Lima. That'd be crazy. But it's only 2 minutes left, so we might capture Lima. Getting to Echo and doing that is not going to happen.
Wat nu? Begrepen. Wegduwen.
Oh, that's not good. You coming in? Ooh. That's a lot of enemy forces.
Supply. Voertuig verloren. Geen overlevering. Luid en duidelijk.
I'm being attacked from both sides.
Melding vijandelijk
That's
vuur
not good.
verloren. We worden uiteengereten hier.
We are pincered for the last minute.
Verzoek om heldenvoorrading.
My leopards are going down. Gun threats high there.
Bevelen.
Not good, not good, not good.
Druk op.
1 minute remaining. Zone lost.
Apache's taking a lot of damage. Look how much stuff's coming. Oh,
Coördinaten voorbereid.
it's ridiculous. The waves. The waves. Actually unbelievable amount of enemy forces. They even attacked us from the rear here. Hold on. For 32 seconds.
Contact on 1000.
Right, help destroy this unit, please.
Voltooid. Rug is gemeld. Ammo red. Request.
Okay, good. That's going to give us Kilo back at least. That supply needs to leave. This is mental. We have been completely annihilated. We've lost basically everything. But we held on to the last man. What is that? Incredible. They lost they had 283 dead, 71 dead on our end. So is this overall as well in brackets? So Red lost 2,172 men dead, 6,233 wounded, 324 missing, 1,162 vehicles lost, 7 helicopters lost, and 2 aircraft lost. And on our end, we had 444 dead, 1,245 lost or wounded, 74 missing, and then vehicles lost 198, 9 helicopters and 4 aircraft. So in terms of KD, we've done pretty well. That Apache, I mean, both of the Apaches here had so much work to do. That was really, really tough at the end there. Incredible. What a mental battle. And that is operation concluded. Let's have a look at the results. There it is. It was a draw in the end. Oh no! Oh, that is tragic. That last phase was needed in order to get the victory points. I was pretty sure we were over the victory before that phase, which is why I was not so concerned with losing the objectives, but it looks like the victory just like it jumped to the right and was like, no, it's a draw. Well, that's a shame, but that was a mental battle. I'm not even sure if I could have done it much better anyway, other than maybe focusing completely on one side. But even if I did do that, I think I needed 3 victory points probably to win that. So yeah, really, really tough. Really, really tough. So phases were 10. We had Second Northern Front on Master difficulty, ended up with a draw. In my opinion, it should have been a victory. Like, in terms of overall losses, we absolutely ruined them. Like, it's really, really tough. This is a really difficult campaign. Really difficult difficulty, I guess. But the Leopard 1Vs, just look at the amount of kills on all of these units. Holy, the Bradleys. Absolutely mincing things. So many kills. The Apache is going to be even more crazy. Incredible. If you want to look at exact numbers, feel free to pause and take a look. There are some big kills in there. Absolutely incredible. So they were victorious, there were victories, there were setbacks, there was another inconclusive ceasefire signed under the blood-red skies. The cycle repeats. This is the New World Order, one that doesn't end with a nuclear flash, but with a voracious, ever-burning inferno that will scorch every corner of civilization. The wind smells of ashes and acrid smoke. I mean, to be honest, the description really does sum up this campaign. This warpath has been crazy. But loads of fun, and I would definitely recommend playing your own warpath if you haven't already. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Hopefully you guys did too. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.